All right, hello students. I'm recording this quickly because we kind of forgot to record the first few minutes of class. So here we go. A box plot. It's called a box and whisker plot. We see how the data is distributed. We need 5 numbers in order to make one. We need the minimum, the maximum, median, lower quartile, which happens to be Q1, and upper quartile, which happens to be Q3. This is a box and whiskers plot. This right here would be the minimum. This right here would be the maximum, right? The box contains the median, which is the line that goes in the middle. The median is also known as Q2. The beginning of the box is Q1, and the ending of the box is Q3. All right, so you got to remember those. Each of them contains 25% of the data. So this is 25% of the data, 25% of the data. That means that the data, all the numbers are very close to each other. Okay. This right here is 25% of the data, and here's the last 25%. Okay. Now, if you have a symmetric box and whiskers plot, that means that this length right here, if it's 10, then this one will also be 10, okay? If this one is, let's say, I'm going to use a different number, 3, then this one also has to be 3. All right, so if you were to draw a line down the middle, you would have mirror images. Okay, so that's how you know that you're symmetric. But if one of your whiskers is longer on the left, right, you have a tail on the left, then you're skewed left. If your tail or the longer whisker is on the right, then you're skewed right. All right, being uniform, remember symmetric was when it did this, whereas uniform was pretty much straight across the same values. All right, so you're also going to get a mirror image when you're uniform. So how do you tell them apart? You tell them apart because these distances right here are going to be the same. All 4 quartiles are going to have the same interval. All right, so in this case, right, this is from here to here is 10. From here to here is 10. From here to here is 10. Same thing here. Okay? Outliers. So I started recording. Here we go. So an outlier is going to be a data point that is a little bit too far out, either above or below your box and whiskers. So if you have a box and whiskers, let's say this one, right, your outliers would be data points over here. How do we calculate them? Well, for the lower ones, the ones that are too small, to calculate an outlier, you have to do Q1, because that's the closest one. Q1 minus 1.5 of the IQR. Well, if you don't remember what the IQR is, the IQR is Q3 minus Q1. So if I were to rewrite this, is 1.5 of Q3 minus Q1. All right, so and if this number, that will tell you if it's an outlier or not, okay? Same thing here. For the ones that are too big, it's going to be Q3 minus 1.5 of the IQR. And I'll show you in an example exactly what we mean, rather than making up numbers right now, and when we can use our time to, whoops, I meant to write Q3 minus Q1. So you don't actually get this formula on the formula sheet, but they do say it in words, what it is. It says outliers are more than 1.5 times the inner quartile range, that's the IQR, below the first quartile or above the third quartile. All right, do y'all remember the distributions that we talked about before going to lunch? That this one is symmetric, this is a mirror image. This one is skewed left because the tail's on the left, skewed right because the tail's on the right. Then this one is uniform because all of the quartiles have the same measurement. Clear? Yes or no? Okay. So now look at A, B, and C. and classify them. Did you all make a decision? All right, how would you classify the first one? Skewed left, right? Yes, if you look, this whisker right here is particularly longer than the other one, and so the tail's on the left. How would you classify B? Skewed right, right? Because if you look, the right whisker is longer than the other one. So, and then what about C? Symmetric. It is symmetric, right? Because it looks like from 40 to 70, what's that, 30? From 10 to 40, you see how that's 30? And from here to here, what is that, 5? So it is symmetric. It's not uniform because the quartiles are not all the same measurement, but it's definitely an image from left to right. Okay, you have your Desmos ready to go? Let's go. I want to see it on your Desmos screen. In my last class period, it took almost 20 minutes to get everybody to type the numbers in, because sometimes students think that just because I'm doing it, they don't have to do it, even though I'm asking you to do it. So please, 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 please type. You all ready? All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to take this list and we want to create it over here. You can L if you want to. But we have to use brackets to create the list. And then you're going to type the numbers. Mistakes that were being made in the last period was students skipping numbers or adding numbers. So you need to make sure you type them in correctly. All right. Y'all don't need to look at my numbers. You have it right in front of you on your paper. The numbers are on your paper. I didn't hear you. You said it's for the list or you can call it whatever you want if it accepts it. I'm just calling it L for list. Okay? Put it in decimal form. Yes, in decimals. That's what I'm asking everybody. Can you all listen, please? Instead of asking me silly questions, since I'm recording this, I said open up Desmos and type in the numbers. Maybe what you're asking me is what's at the beginning of what you're typing, which is different than what you were saying. So you create a list. Are we clear? In Desmos. You can call it whatever you want. You don't like L, you want your initial? Go for it. See? Now this is list M. Once you have your list, go to the next one, and if you don't remember the name of the function, you go to keypad, functions, scroll down till you hit stats, and you could do it individually, but we're going to use this one, stats, right here. We want the stats of that list. Clear? So you can type, give me the stats of list M. I know, I saw a few faces there. Some of you guys liked it, yes. Are you going to remember to do this? You sure? All right, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to walk around. And all screens better have this on their screen. All right. Oh, now that we have them, we have to record them. So write them in on your paper. So no excuses. Are we clear? So the minimum is 10. It's the wrong mouse. What's going on? can't see. There you go. I still won't be able to see, maybe. The maximum is 22. The median is 13. The lower quartile is 10.5. And the third quartile, Q3, is 17.5. Look good? You don't need me for the exact. You have it on your screen. You have those numbers. All right. When it says list the data values, that's referring to these numbers over here. Clear? So which numbers fall below 25? Which numbers fall below 25? So for that, you need to know where 25% is. 25% is from here to here, from the min to Q1. So that would be 5 and 6. The next one, it is 11. All right, let's see. List the data values that fall above 75%. So where is 75%? Which one is 75%? The minimum, maximum, Q1, median, Q3? Which one is 75%? Exactly. Q3 is 75%, okay? And so that means that you're looking for the values that are above 75%. So that would be 13, 14, 15, and 16. Everybody has 11 because the machine did all the bundles at the same time. All right. What about the data values that fall above 50%? What are their numbers?
It just says 12. Right now, 10. 10's right here.
Anybody? Exactly. All the numbers above 50% are going to be from 11 this way. So 11, because 10 is the middle, 50%. So 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. What is the IQR? How do we calculate the IQR? All right, so that would be 12 minus, correct, 7. What's 12 minus 7? Excellent. All right, so might as well stay here. Go to Delta Math. So this is going to be a classwork assignment. So if you don't do it in classwork, I will give you a 0 for classwork. That's for deciding that you're not going to do the classwork that I give you. Okay, so go to Delta Math, and under your assignments, open up Delta Math 8.8. This one, Delta Math 8.8. Okay, I leave the other ones to you, but right now, Delta Math 8.8. Did you find it? Yes. We're good? Did you click on it? All right. Oh, where's the mouse pad? Create. Did you all find it? All right, the rest of you, I don't hear anything. Did you find them? All right, when it says create a box plot, all right, you see, you're going to get your numbers, watch and learn. I'm only going to demonstrate this once in the video. Starting at the 3, you're going to grab and then make sure you stop at 17. Control C for copying. Then you're going to go to your list and you're going to erase these numbers. Oh my God, it gave me all the answers and all I did was Control V. And then you type them in. All right. And so it says the minimum is 3. Of course, I have a different question than you all. So 6, 7.5, 12, and 17. Okay, now I need you to watch. Clear? Let's zoom in. Zooming in. Minimum is 3. What part of the box plot is the minimum? The tip of the whisker. Clear? So this, I'm going to hold and move to 3. 2.5, that's 3. All right, you got to click and hold. Then it says Q1 is 6. Q1 is the beginning of the box. Clear? I'm going to, oh, it's already at 6. Well, mine's at 6. I don't know what yours is. Clear? My median is 7.5. So I'm going to grab the line in the middle. And I'm going to place it at 7.5 because my median is 7.5. My Q3 is 12. That's the end of my box. So I'm going to move it to 12. And my maximum is 17, so I'm going to grab this whisker and move it to 17. And, where's the mouse? There it is. Oh my gosh, I got it right. Y'all see? You see? All right, and then you go, next problem. And then you go like this, look. Starting at the 4, hold, click and hold. And then Control C for copy. And then you're going to go here. Stop it. Don't close out this thing by mistake, okay? Because you're going to have to retype it, but it won't be that bad. All right, I erase the numbers. Then I do Control V to paste. And I have my new numbers. And then 4, 13, and 19. And then you draw the box plot. Isn't this better than drawing it by hand? You gotta love technology. I'm sorry, it's just... I had to do them by hand. Yay! All right, video's over.